So there's this girl, Greta Thunberg, who's been in the news lately, and most recently on a topic that is really dear to my heart. Out of her commitment to doing her part on climate change, she's sailing to the American continent instead of taking an airplane. And this is, of course, dear to my heart. And I think, like, finally somebody in the limelight who's taking their role seriously and actually acting in accordance with what they're suggesting. I appreciate it. And I read today an article where somebody was doing the math, and it appears that given how the crew who was taking her along, as some of the people are flying back and forth, they could say that the whole CO2 balance sheet of this expedition is worse than if she had just flown herself. And I do acknowledge that it's important to do the math. Hell, I mean, that's why that's why I've come to the conclusions of I don't want to fly. And it is a reminder of how important our integrity can be if we're doing the whole practice what we preach. And cheater detection is just such a very, very strong, basic human cognitive function. That's why this story was popular to some degree. There's a whole psychological theory about this. And I can say from my own experience, I once attended like a small candlelight vigil about climate change related to some summit, and it was in a downtown area. And the only sort of passerby reaction that we had a few very smart people come up to us and tell us that, did you know that you were emitting carbon by burning this candle? And then they proceeded, I don't know, to go back to their cars, drive home, and the planet is burning around them. I mean, that's maybe focusing on overly narrowly on one aspect. The important thing is this young lady, Greta Thunberg, is trying to do things differently. And that's very important. This is the contribution, doing things differently in ways, particularly which may not be easy, but which are the direction is very necessary. And so trotting out these findings, I think it's just kind of unfortunate, or I'll take them seriously if the people who are harping on about this make a pact with me. We both don't fly, and we see how that affects our lives. And when from that experience you come back and say, you know, I did the math, and you want to tell me something about this, then I'll listen and I'll pay attention, because I'm sure we'll need to move forward with more and more refinements. But until then, I think it's kind of just a waste of carbon.